from nerd to jock. This is a simple guide to help any nerds, introverts, or anyone that feels not as part of the cool gang in late primary school or early years or high school, middle school, or even university. Any education course from your 12 years older to early 20s, this can help. Now, obviously, disclosure with the thumbnail, that's just more of a to help you look, but I can give 3 exercises that will help you to look like that if that is something you want. And also, just so you know and comfortable, just with the glare, and so I don't have an eye that goes funny, this will be just so I can look directly and not trip anyone if you're more of a visual watcher. So most of these will be non-exercise tips, but if you want the 3 exercises to look how I did in my early 20s, they were chest press or bench press machine, they were squats, and lots of planking. Additional to that was obviously a lot of high intensity and long duration cardio. We're talking 30 to 45-minute jogs and at least 15 to 20 minutes 3 to 5 times a week over 3 months of high intensity sprints. So that's that, but essentially it's all to do with mindset. So the first thing to do is to walk and carry yourself with confidence. Now, usually in school, and I was no different, you'd carry your bag like this, or you have it like that, and you kind of either head down, or you head this way, or you're looking around. You're not as fitting in and comfortable, and don't demonstrate that confidence as the popular kids or the jocks or the mean girls, if you're a woman watching this, whatever it may be. So essentially, you always want to walk with your head held high. You want to look around and feel confident. Always have yourself stretched up, nice and tall, stretched, take up some space. Don't feel you have to hunch over and be, squishy like that. You want to be confident and take up space and walk with pride, walk with confidence. It is something to take into account. It is something that will take some time, but you can do it, and that's how you can feel like, you may not look like, but you can feel like a popular kid and someone that will earn the respect. The second thing to do is what do I mean by network? Well, I mean you've got to meet people. You've got to mingle with all your fellow students, even colleagues early in the years, and essentially you just got to have a following or be in the crowd. So how would you do this, especially as a quiet person, introverted, or a general nerd with maybe 1 or 2 friends? Well, what you want to do is you want to, find people and float around. As you see with the popular, the jocks, all the cool kids, the popular girls, the mean girls, all of that, they all have people. They have a good crowd, at least a good 7 to 20 regular friends, or, regular friends. So you want to meet people in your school library. If there's an online social platform, you can find common interests. That's that. Interest that you're in, so like chess, craft, if there's gaming as well, or your drama, your theatre, or if you like some sport, you can do that. But essentially, you want to network, you want to be with people, have a group that you feel confident with, and even if you feel up for it, even go mingle and network with the popular ones. Fit in. You can fit in through there as well. As long as you have people and you're not a loner, that's how you would survive. Now, number 3 is some books. So number 3 is books or reading. So these books I would recommend to essentially build your social skills, your confidence, what to do, how to mingle, how to network, everything, even psychology, and understanding people. So obviously if you're not popular and have a lot of social skills or a lot of minimal social experiences and friends, this will essentially help you. So these are books on, main one would be How to Win Friends, and influence people. That's definitely a strong recommend. Also, 92 Ways How to Communicate or Speak to Someone by Lowndes. So 92 Ways is definitely a great book. It has a little quirk and a bit of fun to it, so I would strongly recommend that. Also, for the gentleman between the ages of 12 to early 20s, regardless, probably more teenagers, 15 to 25. But if you're under 12, do it. You can also read No More Mr. Nice Guy. That can help for the gentleman. For the women, I understand there's a Boss Bitch. It's called Boss Bitch. That's a book as well, or any book to do with how to communicate with mean girls or women at certain ages, anything like that for the young women that are watching this. And I'd also recommend another great book, Think and Grow Rich. That's more to do with a mindset. So that will just help you expand your mind. So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And last but not least, to do with personalities, it's a very simple one to understand. It's not too complex or too big to bombard you, but I would definitely recommend Dangerous Personalities by Joe Navarro. It's a great book, whether you get the audio book or the hardcore copy. I would strongly recommend to read that or listen to that book, as it will help you understand some personalities. Now, the fourth thing I would recommend is to get a hobby. Minimize social media, but primarily get a hobby. Now, back when I was growing up, this was in the early days of Facebook, but it was MySpace, AOL, and MSN. So what I would recommend is minimize all your social media, which can also help minimize your exposure to cyberbullying. And what you want to do is get a hobby. It could be something simple as craft, chess, writing, something to keep you busy, or something a bit more extreme like hiking or a sport, or even boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, something like that, just to get yourself busy and develop your self-confidence so you can feel and look your head held high, feel strong inside. Which leads me to the other technique I would recommend is number 5, to learn self-defense. Now, boxing and kickboxing is good, intermediate would be Muay Thai, but you just want to learn self-defense. If you feel up for it, you can try Jiu-Jitsu, but essentially I would just recommend going through to a self-defense class, taking it if it's in your school or education facility, and also learning online, reading and learning and watching on YouTube and other platforms online, teaching yourself so you feel confident. Now, obviously, you're not going to always be subject to a fight or potentially the exposure opportunity, or even looking around for it, but you just want to be prepared. Having that skill will make you feel confident, and that way you can defend yourself if you do, as you would read through the book, speak up for yourself. If you say, hey, I don't like how you said that or what you said, then you're ready to defend yourself if it comes to it in a fight. Obviously, I don't, and obviously many here on YouTube would not recommend to start looking for a fight, but it's just a great skill to have. This is something I would tell my nerdy teenage self as well. And all else fails, look, if you can't do at least one of these, then I would recommend just blending in, fitting in with the crowd, not keeping a low profile, but just fitting in, watching the people, things like that. Keep to yourself, but don't make yourself look like or seem like a target. But essentially, you just want to blend in and fit with the crowd. Essentially, like a chameleon. But if you don't feel you can do any of these, even though 2 or more of these will definitely help you, your best bet to blend in. But that is how you can go from a quiet nerd or something like that to a popular cool kid jock.